जी सर, बिल्कुल। आई थिंक ये जो 2 टेस्ट मैच है हमारे आगे WTC फाइनल खेलने के लिए बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट सीरीज़ है हमारे लिए। एंड साउथ अफ्रीका एक बहुत ही अच्छी टीम है। दे आर द रेनिंग चैम्पियंस ऑफ द वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैम्पियनशिप। सो हमारे लिए हमको पता है कि उतना इजी नहीं होगा, डिफ़िकल्ट मोमेंट्स आएंगे, बट आई थिंक एज अ टीम हमने दिखाया है कि जब भी डिफ़िकल्ट मोमेंट्स आए हमने काफ़ी अच्छे से उनको हैंडल किया। और जहाँ तक विकेट की बात है, आई थिंक विकेट काफ़ी अच्छा, एक जो टिपिकल इंडियन विकेट रहता है, एक अच्छा विकेट लग रहा है, एंड होपफुली इट विल बी अ गुड मैच। फर्स्टली जी बिल्कुल, आई थिंक 3-4 या 4-5 दिन के टर्न अराउंड में दूसरी कंट्री से आकर इधर डिफरेंट फॉर्मेट खेलना उतना इजी नहीं रहता। आई थिंक मेंटली ज़्यादा चैलेंजिंग रहता है। ऑस्ट्रेलिया टाइम डिफरेंस काफ़ी है, तो बॉडी को यूज़ टू होने में, और फिर यहाँ पर आकर डिफरेंट चैलेंजेस है यहाँ पे इंडिया में जब आप टेस्ट क्रिकेट खेलते हो एज़ कम्पेयर टू आप जब वाइट बॉल ऑस्ट्रेलिया में खेल रहे हो। तो डेफिनेटली थोड़ा मेंटली और फिजिकली चैलेंजिंग रहता है, बट आई थिंक एज अ प्रोफेशनल क्रिकेटर आपको पता हो कि ये सारी चीज़ें आपकी आपकी तरफ ये चैलेंजेस फेंके जाएंगे, और आप कैसे उनको टैकल करते हैं, आपकी जो ग्रेटनेस है वही आई थिंक डिफाइन करती है। जितनी भी टीमें खेलती हैं डेफिनेटली एक मिनिमम अपने लिए बेंचमार्क रखती हैं कि यार फाइनल खेलना है, फाइनल जीतना है वहाँ पे जाके। तो आपकी जो भी आप टीम कॉम्बिनेशंस और जो भी आप जहाँ पे खेलते हो, जो भी आप सोचते हो, आप उसी हिसाब से उस कंडीशन के लिए, सिचुएशन के लिए टीम बनाते हो कि आप यहाँ पे जीते और डेफिनेटली जाके वहाँ पे फाइनल खेल। आई चेरिश लॉट ऑफ मेमोरीज देयर। my IPL career started here, and this is one ground whenever I come here. I definitely feel like how I feel in the PCA stadium when we are playing in Punjab, but it's a similar feeling whenever I'm coming here. And yes, we are playing a match here after 6 years. I think the last test match that we played was the pink ball test match. And I wasn't part of the test match, but I was watching it from outside. I was part of the squad. So my first test match here in Eden Gardens, and a very big honor for me to be able to lead my country here. जी बिल्कुल, आई थिंक हम एक्चुअली बहुत ही जो हमारे पास क्वालिटी है इस टीम में, बहुत ही फॉर्चुनेट है कि अपने आप को बहुत ही फॉर्चुनेट समझता हूँ कि जितने भी ऑलराउंडर्स हैं वो उतने ही अच्छे बैट्समैन, आप किसी का भी रिकॉर्ड निकाल लें, अक्षर पटेल का या फिर वॉशिंगटन का या फिर जड्डू भाई का, उनका चाहे बॉलिंग रिकॉर्ड या बैटिंग रिकॉर्ड बहुत ही अच्छा है, स्पेशली इंडिया में। तो एज ए कैप्टन बहुत डिफिकल्ट रहता है कि किसको आप खिलाना चाहते हैं, किसको नहीं, बिकॉज वो जितने अच्छे बॉलर है उतनी अच्छी बैट्समैन भी है, प्रॉपर ऑलराउंडर्स है। बट आई थिंक बहुत ही एक्साइटिंग टेस्ट मैच होने वाला है मेरे हिसाब से, और हमेशा ये प्रॉब्लम ज़्यादा बेहतर होती है कि आपके पास ज़्यादा ऑप्शन है रादर देन कम ऑप्शन होना। जी बिल्कुल, आई थिंक जिस हिसाब से उन्होंने पिछली सीरीज़ भी खेली है, तो ड्रॉ करके आए हैं वहाँ पे सीरीज़, तो काफ़ी डिफ़िकल्ट ऐसा जब एक फॉरेन टीम बाहर से आके एशिया में खेलती है और वो अच्छा कर रहे हैं, तो आई थिंक इसीलिए वो रेनिंग चैम्पियंस है अभी WTC के, तो एक अच्छी सीरीज़ रहेगी। सो आई थिंक looking back in hindsight, I think after bowling 18-90 overs and then giving them follow on, I think it was quite challenging on our bowlers, given on a wicket where there wasn't much happening for the spinners. I think it was kind of a slow wicket, and as the game went on, the wicket got even more slower, and I think after, I think in the entirety, I think we fielded about 200 overs at one stretch. So obviously the bowlers get tired after a point, and you don't get the same zip from the spinners. And on a wicket like that, my learning was maybe after fielding for 90 overs, maybe we could have batted and then given them the batting after that. In my preparations, I mainly focus on how can I succeed as a batsman, and then when we are there on the field, I like my instincts to take over whenever I'm out there captaining my side, and that's when I feel I make the best decisions for the team tactically. And it's a conscious effort that whenever I'm going out there as a batsman, I just want to play and make decisions as a batsman, and I don't want to think, oh, how would I make a decision if I was the captain. And I think sometimes when you think that, you put too much pressure on yourself and you don't take those small risks, even in test cricket, which are required, which gives me the X factor as a batsman. So that's how I try to rationalize my captaincy and my batting. जी आई थिंक मोर और लेस फाइनलाइज है, बट आई थिंक एक बार एक्चुअली जब कल आए थे तो विकेट का लुक थोड़ा डिफरेंट था, आज थोड़ा डिफरेंट लग रहा। तो एक बार कल आकर देखेंगे कि फाइनली कैसा लग रहा है विकेट। और आई थिंक इन दिस पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया थोड़ा लाइट जल्दी जाता है, तो वो सारी चीज़ें भी फैक्टर में रखनी पड़ती हैं कि सुबह जनरली यहाँ पे फास्ट बॉलर्स को सुबह और शाम में थोड़ी मदद मिलती है। तो एक बार फाइनली जब कल आके देखेंगे कि विकेट कैसा लग रहा है, तो उस हिसाब से डिसाइड करेंगे। और जी बिल्कुल, आई थिंक इंडिया में जब भी हम खेलते हैं तो मोर और लेस स्पिनर्स डिसाइड करते हैं गेम। जितना अच्छा आपके पास, जितना क्वालिटी स्पिन अटैक है, उतने बेटर चांसेस होते हैं आपके पास मैच जीतने के लिए। जी आई थिंक बॉलर ऑफ हिज क्वालिटीज, not that many bowlers there, but you also have to take in considerations the bowlers that are playing right now. They have done such a terrific job, and you can't ignore the performances of someone like Akashdeep or someone like a Prasidh. And we all know what Siraj and Kumar have been doing in Test cricket. And sometimes it's very difficult. Players like Shami Bhai, they have to miss. But I think it's important for us to be able to know what the next series that we are playing and where we are playing, and trying to plan ahead, what are the kind of fast bowlers that can give us the best chance especially when you're into New Zealand or some of the foreign countries. Like you said, I think playing here, I think reverse swing, depending on, if it's a rough wicket, if it's a dry wicket, reverse swing plays a big part. And, even the England series that we played in 2024, that in that series, if you remember, the crucial wickets in between was taken by the fast bowlers, even though the wickets were spin friendly. So definitely fast bowlers, especially on wickets like these, in these conditions, coming towards the end of the year, you always know in the starting there would be a little moisture. So if you can get the ball reversing, the fast bowlers are always in the game. Yes, definitely on a wicket where it's spinning, the ball needs a little bit time to spin. So off the wicket, generally, unless you're playing on a red soil wicket, the pace is a little bit slower off the wicket. So if your bowlers are bowling at a quicker pace, it gives the batsman a little bit less time to adjust. And the balls actually which are not turning becomes more dangerous because they come at a much faster speed rather than the ones that are turning. So yes, definitely that does put the team whose bowlers are bowling faster in advantage for sure. But I mean, if you look at the team, the batsmen have been posting 300 runs as well regularly on the cards, and on a wicket, which is assisting the bowlers. If you regularly keep posting 300, 350, your team would always be in the game. So as a team, that's also what we try to look at. If you can post 350, 400 on the board, you would always be in the driving position. So when we are playing in countries like England, Australia, South Africa, the workload on fast bowlers is relatively higher as compared to when we are playing in India. But having said that, the fast bowlers also recognize, the spells that they bowl here, if the ball is reversing, would be 4 to 5 overs, but they would bowl at full throttle. Whereas if you're playing in a country like England, where the fast bowlers are going to bowl majority of the overs, the workload kind of increases more. So I think these are the things which I think he also recognizes, and we as a team also recognize that when we are playing in India, the load on the fast bowlers wouldn't be as much as compared to spinners or as compared to some of the other countries when we are playing outside. There's always a conflict whether you would want to go for that extra all-rounder, or you want to go for an extra spinner. But that's why I said, I think once we come tomorrow, see how the wicket looks in the morning, we're going to take a decision, what kind of combination would give us the best chance to be able to win this test match. Sir, I would say I'm still trying to figure it out, how to manage it. I think the workload starting from the Asia Cup, we have been playing kind of back-to-back, traveling to different countries, switching between formats within 4 to 5 days. So I'm also trying to figure out, how what gives me the best chance to be able to perform and succeed in all those formats that I'm going to play. But the challenge is, I think, definitely more mental than it is physical. Like bodily, I feel fine. There is a little bit. Obviously, there would be a little bit of jet lag when you're coming from Australia. There's a huge time difference, but apart from that, I don't think physically I feel completely fine. Yes, mentally it can be challenging at times because the requirements for different formats and in different places of the world is different.